formula and a different feeling from any Panda pre-workout.
I'm a snack.
Hey guys, hopefully everybody's having a great start to their Friday, as yesterday was July 4th, so that means today is July 5th, and it's one more day that we would have to wait, or a couple hours at least, until we could go high stim either Saturday or Sunday. Or if you're like me, you kind of want to do both days, depending on how you're feeling, and if you do need that rest day, because everybody's schedule is different. So enough of that. Let's get into the pre-workout that I'm going to be reviewing for you guys. And remember, this pre-workout is still available at Panda Supps and at NutriCartel. So both spots still got this. I double checked right before starting this video. And it is the Black Mamba limited edition pandemic pre-workout. Now this is from their pandemic line, but for me it's kind of, when we go through the label, for me it's kind of similar to another pre-workout that they do have out. Now the label is pretty dope. They always go hard on the label. I feel like they're paying homage to Kobe Bryant with the Black Mamba name and the gold and purple on the tub. And this is a bigger tub than normal. Perfect example. So if you compare this tub to like one of their other pre-workouts, like I picked up their Fierce pre-workout. I think this is like their first one ever made. I've never reviewed this one. You can see it's sealed, but look how big it is. It's about, I think, like 2 or 3 inches taller. So you already know this is going to be a beast of a pre-workout. Now let's get into the flavor, because the flavor is kind of different. And that's what I do like about Panda. They always try to keep it fresh, always try to bring something new to the table, even when it comes to flavors. So they do have a Black Mamba flavor. Now it does have a snake wrapped around the grape, so I knew it was going to be a grape flavor, just didn't know what the snake was going to stand for. But I found out as soon as I took the first couple sips. Now it is a grape sour candy flavor to it, meaning like you will have like a little sweet grape taste to it at the beginning, but then at the end you will get this like citrusy kick. Nothing like that will give you heartburn, nothing negative. It's just it's a little different. Now I will say that the flavor does cover whatever stimulants are in this pre-workout. So for me, I'm rating this a 10 out of 10. Number 1, because it's an original flavor. Number 2 is masking the stims, because sometimes you don't want to feel that bitterness, especially if you're geared towards flavor than geared towards the actual product and the effects. And then the third thing I would like to add is that it's not a chore to down, meaning you can chug this or you can sip this. So let's get into the supplement facts, and then I'll let you know my full experience, because it was a very different experience. And I feel like this is something that everybody can enjoy. So supplement facts are, we are getting a 1 scoop, 2 scoop ratio. Remember, this is Panda. So I'm thinking I'm going to give them a pass, keep it at 100 with you guys, just because that's their style of doing pre-workouts, especially when they do limited editions or collabs. And so when I threw it on the digital scale, it did weigh out to 10 grams, and I'll have a picture right here. So as you can see, a flat level scoop is 10 grams, so you will have to put an additional 2.2 grams. But for me, I just went all in and did 13, because I was a little bit confused when it comes to the 2 scoop serving, meaning the 2 scoop serving does say 24.3 grams. But if you do the math, 12.2 plus 12.2 is 24.4. So I'm like, why is it 0.1 less? But I'm like, what, 26 grams into my water bottle, just because I wanted to get the full experience, even if it was a little bit over. But that's on me. If you want to weigh it down to the T, then you can go right ahead and do that. But that was the only thing that I found a little weird. The first ingredient we are getting in here is sodium from pink Himalayan sea salt at 75 milligrams. Now we're getting some potassium at 65 milligrams. Now let's get into the full formula of this limited edition Black Mamba pre-workout. Now we are getting L-citrulline 2-to-1 ratio at 10,000 milligrams. And this is, I'm reading everything for the 2-scoop level just to save time. So now that comes to the pumps are great. At that amount, you should see something, even if it's 2-to-1 ratio. Because if you do the math, it should be around 8 grams anyway. Next ingredient we are getting in here is beta alanine at 3,200 milligrams. The itchy, scratchy feeling, sense of urgency. For me, I love to have that there, and they are giving us the recommended dose. The moment I feel the beta, I know the stims are on the way. Now, the next ingredient we are getting in here is some L-tyrosine at 2,000 milligrams. Great amount. Great for that focus, for that feel-good vibe that you want in your pre-workouts. Now, the next ingredient you are getting in here is some stabilized arginine silica as nitrosine, trademark name, at 1,500 milligrams. The next ingredient we are seeing here is some agmatine sulfate at 1,000 milligrams. That will add to the pumps, aside from the 10 grams of L-citrulline and also the pink Himalayan salt from the sodium content at the beginning of the label. We are getting some taurine as well at 500 milligrams. That is more than a decent amount to be added to a pre-workout. Now, the next ingredient we are getting in here is we are getting some caffeine anhydrous at 350 milligrams. I'm already counting this as a high stim pre-workout. For me, anything above 300 is getting me to that high stim realm. The next ingredient we are getting in here is some pine extract at 250 milligrams. Some other companies have it as pine bark extract. And that is another ingredient that adds to the pump. Lately, I've been seeing that in other pre-workouts, but mostly Panda has been using it, and I believe I saw this also in the Compound Pump by Vices and Vibes. The next ingredient we are getting in here is some dendrobromium extract at 200 milligrams. Now, dendrobromium is a type of nootropic. It hits a little different than lion's mane or any other nootropic vibe. For me, I could compare it to it's like an Araya effect more than a lion's mane effect, but it doesn't give you the negative side effects of Araya. If you take Araya back to back, you will get some negative return. The next ingredient you're getting in here is some theobromine at 100 milligrams. Now, the next ingredient we are getting in here is some natural caffeine anhydrous at 100 milligrams. Now the next ingredient we are getting in here is natural caffeine anhydrous at 100 milligrams. So if you stack that with the 350 milligrams, that is 450 milligrams of caffeine anhydrous in here. Now, the next ingredient we are getting in here is some estrogen at 50 milligrams. That's for the absorption and also is great for some gut health. Now, we are getting a new ingredient. I have not seen this ingredient in any other pre-workout, and it is some lotus extract at 50 milligrams. I'm not gonna lie, guys, I don't know what that is, but Panda probably found out that it's a nice additive to a pre-workout. Now, that is the entire label, guys. So when it came down to the experience of this pre-workout, it is a little different. Keeping it 100 with you guys, it takes about 30 minutes to kick in. I did feel the betas around that 25-minute time frame, meaning that I knew the stims were on the way. But when I hit that 30-minute time frame, that's when I started feeling the awake feeling from the energy, and I started feeling a nice focus vibe to it. But then around the 35 to 45-minute time frame, that's when I started feeling a great nootropic hit. I started feeling good, and I was just throwing on my favorite playlist while I was headed over to the weights. Because by the time I started doing chest, I did feel good. I felt like I could put on whatever music and it will just mesh with the pre-workout. Now, it does build for about the next 30 to 35 minutes. So meaning by an hour and 10 to an hour and 20 minutes, you will be feeling the full effects of this pre-workout. And I felt like it was nice because it wasn't a slapper. It was kind of like a builder, meaning that you can adjust to the pre-workout as it's building, and it's not too crazy that you're in a corner like, hey, I'm scared, or I can't be around people, or you get claustrophobic. No, you can still chat it up. You can still focus. You're still alert. You're not in a bubble or nootropic bubble, and you're just going through your workout with a nice feeling. Now, this one, when it comes to the pumps are there. They're not skin stretching pumps, but they're enough for you to see that, hey, my muscle got swole. Your veins will pop out a little bit. You do not get a wet pump from this pre-workout. So the energy did last me till about 1, 2 in the afternoon, and I was able to function at work. I was able to, you know, join Teams meetings. When I had to do Teams meetings, I was able to hand in reports. I wasn't like, you know, messing up. I was able to do my job after working out without any negative side effects. And I would like to say that this one is more of a high stim daily, just because it doesn't have any RIA, DMHA, or DMAA that, you know, you cannot use back to back. So if you are a regular gym goer who needs just a pre-workout to go a little harder, then this is for you. And if you're a stim junkie, you can take 2 scoops and it will scratch the itch and leave you feeling good at the end of the day. And remember, guys, you can still pick this one up at Panda Supps. Use my discount code WFS. And if you want, you can also head over to NutriCartel. They are still running their July 4th sale, and they're offering, I believe, 25% off if you spend over $130, and you get a free supplement, so you can pick this bad boy up and whatever else you need.